All right, follow up to the video about Drake losing. In the comments, some points were made. I didn't know that Drake responded last with the Heart Part 6, or I forgot, you feel me? Because that shit was, I ain't gonna say it was ass, but like, it wasn't good. Like, and people saying, like, oh, everything Kendrick said was fake. In the Heart Part 6, he said, you got touched as a child roasting Kendrick. That's like a odd roast and also unverified. And I ain't heard none of them people saying like Drake was saying lies too. So that could have been a lie, could have been true, but also it was just a bunch of little, shocking things being said back and forth. That was wild. So if Drake responded with the Heart Part 6, so then he did respond, people still saying he won. The argument is like, just because Not Like Us made such a shocking statement against Drake with the PDF stuff, it was overhyped and overplayed because people was just so happy to see Drake getting like tarnished, falling off. So it's like basically y'all saying it's unbalanced, like unfair to Drake because he did respond, but everybody just overplayed and overhyped Kendrick's because it was coming at Drake, and everybody was so happy to see Drake fall. That's still losing the battle, though. You feel what I'm saying? I understand the point, and it's also the argument that the label overpushed Kendrick's song, whatever. But also, that song was just a bop. Like, it was catchy. That song was going to get played a lot, and it was a funny roast to Drake. But I see what y'all saying, and like, people didn't really consider Drake as much because they were so happy to see, to hate on him. That's like a fair point. Like, I'm not taking away from that. But he still lost. Like, however you want to say it was unfair, it was like biased against him. That's all valid. That's all good and well, but it's still a L is a L. You feel me? And everybody trying to like bring down Kendrick because he made like a catchy diss that got overplayed, and now y'all acting like, oh, Kendrick just dick sucking Drake. He couldn't do nothing without Drake. That's a reach. Like, that's like just the equivalent of what y'all saying Kendrick fans is doing. Y'all doing that. Cause like when Drake made back to back, they overplayed back to back and he ran with back to back, but it was understandable. It was a hot song. It was a good song. So I do give it a little more understanding to Drake's side because it's like everybody was just so happy to see him fall, so happy to see him hit. But that don't mean Kendrick ain't win, gang. Like, if you slice the king, like if you draw blood from like the man in rap, and everybody looking at like, is he gonna come back with a harder bop? Oh, he don't come back with a harder bop. Oh, he got lost. That's just part of the game, That's something that Drake got to deal with being on top. But this video too long. That was just the next point. I see what people saying if you a Drake fan, but he still lost, gang, and he's still the man. Like, him still having a bigger and better career even after it's over, for sure, is true. But that don't mean he ain't lose, gang. That's like just coping. Like he ain't lose because his career is still hot. Like that don't mean he didn't lose.